Mm. That's a warmer wash. I like that. What's up, Mr. Smith? How you doing, sir? How you doing, sir? How you doing? Oh my goodness. I am going to have an eventful weekend, I think. These Diesel in the building. Look at y'all showing up. I like people on time. Yeah, I'm pretty good, Mr. Smith. Good health, feeling kind of healthy. Yeah, when I'm feeling great actually. I actually feel better than I felt in a while. Um, I ain't been doing nothing but walking. I ain't been doing no intense exercising or nothing like that. But I got more energy now. I feel like, I think I did because I did a cleanse a couple weeks ago. I think that might have did it because the cleanse I did was one. It's almost like, well, Mr. Smith understand. I don't know where you at yet, these things, but it's almost kind of the cleanse was almost kind of like the stuff they give you the night before you got to do a colonoscopy. That stuff move you. You know what I'm saying? And, and it moves like that. You know what I'm saying? Just everything cleared out. And it didn't even take that long. So I guess maybe over the years I'm starting to I don't know. Wrong topic. I'm gonna stop talking about this. it's weird. Okay. I see two of y'all in here. I said, there he is, Mr. Paul Martin in the building. He stepped up, said, hey, here I is. Okay, that's four. That is five. Oh, it's five. Somebody else ain't said 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, technically, four is a quorum. That's what they call it. Hence the name. How many of y'all that are in here in the chat right now, y'all remember a segment that I used to do? Called recommended reading, where I would recommend a book. I recommend an old book. I recommend a new book. I recommend something for you to read. I don't know if y'all remember this Jeffrey Lane. What's up, Jeffrey Lane? Jeffrey Lane, Jeffrey Lane. This book I showed y'all, I think it was last month or the month before. It was called Money Shot. And it's a very adult comic, to say the least. I picked up the second issue of that. I don't necessarily recommend you reading it because I don't think it's going in the direction that I thought it was going to go originally. But I do like the fact, I don't know if I have it on me. I don't think I have it on me right here. So I do like the fact that they turned on my printer. No, I'm not hyped for Deadpool 3. But I do want to talk to y'all about that right there. This is where we're gonna kick off at. I don't know how many of y'all in the chat. Hey, what's up, Jay? What's up, Jay? What's going on, man? I don't know how many of y'all in the chat have picked up your version, because there's about, I want to say 8. I thought my LCS only had 3. But I've seen like 7 or 8 of them. This right here I don't know if y'all can see this comic. This comic is actually a variant of Black Panther number 25, Ta-Nehisi Coates' run, Intergalactic Empire Wakanda. That's what that is right there. I got about 5 different variants on 25. You have to they're an acquired taste, man. They're an acquired taste. Some covers are cool. I mean, they're the same on the inside for anybody who don't know. The only variant is okay. I said I was going to do a non-spoiler review of the book. So a lot of what probably, since we only got like what, 5 topics, we could get through this real quick tonight, and hopefully I don't have no technical difficulties like my brother Theo did last night. I don't know if y'all knew or not, but he finished the rest of that video. He came back on and he did the rest of that video. And so there's actually 2 videos out there, and I think he put something on Twitter about it. But anyway, y'all rock with my man Theo. That's my brother from another. When he puts some material out, 9 times out of 10, it's some news you can use. Or if it ain't some news you can use, it's some stuff you needed to hear and didn't know you needed to hear that stuff. Okay. Black Panther number 1. Ewing. I got this variant cover, and I have this variant cover, and I like this variant cover. Stormbreaker's variant cover, Chris Allen, and it pays homage to Avengers number 52, which is the first appearance of T'Challa as an Avenger, and he's got the open mask. But let's stay focused, kids. Let's stay focused. Don't feel no kind of way. I want to stay focused. I want to get through my topics. When we get through the topics, if y'all want to go back and forth, that's what I have. I have a little Q&A at the end. If y'all want to go back and forth about some other topics other than what's on the menu, yes, we can do that. You don't come into a community neighborhood meeting and start talking about out of towners. So anyway, what we have established, some non-spoilery things. T'Challa has 2 different costumes. T'Challa has this costume that he wears when he's doing his impression of, I don't know, what's a street superhero? I guess Daredevil. He's doing kind of a Daredevil-y type thing, but the thing that's going on is he needs context. And so about where he's at, because the city he's in is named for his father, but he literally knows nothing about the city because he's always been in the Golden City. So a lot of it picks up. I gotta say the name. Yeah, I like that. Sitting at one restaurant while discussing food at another. Right. Okay. I think that I don't think, I know. There's John Ridley fallout. There's kind of a, kind of like how you watch a movie on Netflix or you watching a series on Netflix and they give you that little recap at the beginning. You kind of get that recap and it tells us about the 15 issues we love to hate. And then goes on into the story. There is a new villain introduced, a original new villain that we ain't never seen anywhere else before. And I kind of want to see where we going with this particular villain. And I don't know. It's somebody asked me, what do I think overall about Black Panther number 1? And this is what I can say with all honesty. And it sounds like a cop-out. Hey, what's up? Matter of fact, Mario was the one who asked me about what I think about this comic. It's too soon to tell. But from what I am seeing, I guess the question I have is, how is this run going to diverge yet move away from, because that's what it seems like they're doing. They're trying to diverge the John Ridley run with the Eve Ewing run. And what are we going to do in this run that's different from the John Ridley run? That's easy. Not humiliate the hell out of T'Challa. You know what I mean? He's meeting people and he's doing things and he's making moves and he's trying to make stuff happen. So think of that book right there. Black Panther, the most dangerous man alive, where he's broken down to his bare essentials and he's trying to prove I can still do what I need to do without the backing of the Golden City. And that's D. Steezel. There you go. Exactly. Previous storyline, Damage Control. She's not overstepping her boundaries, but I have a feeling she's not going to stay mired in the John Ridley version of T'Challa. So that's about as much as I can say, honestly, without giving away key story points. You know, is there action in it? Yeah, there's action in it. Is there lots of action in it? Not as much as I would like to see, but again, issue number 1, too soon to tell. And that's all I'm saying. I don't hate it. It's going to take a while for me to get. Yeah, exactly, Mario. I need more issues before this issue by itself is not enough for me to say, oh, that comic's going to be a banger, or oh, that comic's going to be hot ass garbage. She sprinkled it. You know what I mean? I mean, that's the best way. She sprinkled a little bit of storyline. She sprinkled a little bit of continuity. She sprinkled a little action. How long can she keep it up? I would like for her to keep it up for at least, 62 issues. Christopher Priest currently has the record for the longest run on a Black Panther comic. 62 issues. No one has made a Black Panther comic that ran longer than 62 issues. So, if Eve can make 63 issues doing what she does, I'm here for it. You know, but buddy, hey Keita, how you doing? And Gray in there. So they're going to build him back up. Yeah, Gray, that's what it seems like they're going to build him back up, because in the recap, he's talking about how he feels about who he is now. And it sounds like he's hit his low point. You know, the low point he hit in John Ridley, you know what I mean? He's kind of trying to climb his way out of that low point. So, you know, it mentions the animosities that he's had with different factions and how changes and things have changed him. So she's laying a lot of foundation about what's motivating T'Challa to do what he does. So now, any T'Challa related questions? Do you want to know if I show you the inside of the book? You'll be like, I don't like that. You're spoiling it for me. Okay. So I'm not going to show y'all what's on the inside of the book. Just suffice to say, I'm gonna need y'all to go out and read this mother and let me know what y'all think about it. I did a video on it. Actually, I did a couple. Do I like the artwork? Do I like the artwork? Yes, I do like the artwork. It's not, the artwork isn't anime looking. Not that if it were anime looking, that would be a bad thing, but the artwork looks like comic book artwork. Um, I don't know how long it's been, D, since you got a comic book, but I don't know if you can see like the material that the outside of this comic book is made of. It's a little bit harder, a little bit more solid than like a regular comic book cover. But and the inside, they've got the nice, you know, the nice pages. Um, we got a guest star coming up next issue. Somebody who hasn't been around in comics for a while. Also, like I mentioned y'all before, new bad guy. So the things she laid out, she laid them out like puzzle pieces. Like, oh, here's that over there, and you go, huh, and then you go, oh, here's this person. Oh, then there's this person, and T'Challa needs to interact with this person to get this. Oh. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not a king anymore. You know what I'm saying? He's exiled. He ain't even supposed to be in Burning T'Chaka. He's supposed to be gone out of Wakanda. He's supposed to be egg freaking Zyle. But he's there, and I think that changing up that costume is part of it. So I wear this costume when I'm in Burning T'Chaka, and I wear this costume when I'm with the Avengers. So, and I like how with this Avengers, they picked Sam to be the Cap instead of Captain America, Steve Rogers to be a Cap. Because how would you explain you beat the dog crap out of me and I didn't do nothing? I think you owe me another fair one, Steve, and I'm gonna get in your ass this time. But we didn't get that. We just like we ain't even gonna have Steve Rogers on the squad at all, But I will get into that one a little while later after when we get into recommended reading. Previous storyline damage control, so they're gonna be able to back up. Not talking about the Marvel Construction Company. I knew what you was talking about. It was okay. I need more issues to make a judgment. She put all the pieces on the table. Let's see how it shapes out. That she did a very good job of laying all the pieces on the table. So if this comic book flops, she cannot say she did not have multiple directions she could have went into. There are a lot of different directions that Eve can go in with this book. Okay. I told y'all about the artwork. I mean, you could see. I mean, I could show you the artwork in the book without revealing. This has been out already. This is on the internet already, right there. That's I'm gonna need, and I know a lot of people have said it. I'm gonna need a Marvel Legends figure. I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need a Marvel Legends figure for this. Okay, y'all gonna have to. You're gonna have to do it. Hasbro, get on your job, yo. What else we got, y'all? Do you like his new design, and do you like the new villains design? Um, well, without revealing too much, uh, I like the design. I like the demeanor. And T'Challa's costume, I mean, yeah, I like it. Okay. I mean, it's homage to that image of Chadwick Boseman with the tribal makeup on too, with the little dots and the lines going down there. So um gotcha. I usually buy trades and read single issues digitally. Okay, that's cool. But I mean, the images are out there, so you need to be diligent, D, to make sure you don't stumble across something you don't want to see. Gray, I want Steve to want that work. That's an inequity I feel that needs to be addressed. And I believe sometime on the Avengers run, he should tune Sam's ass up just to let him know, hey boy, I ain't no punk. you mess with me and I'm going all out, you gonna get that work. All right. Don't forget who gave you your wings. They got a fail safe in them. I could blow them up if I want to. Now, I don't think he has a fail safe that can blow Sam's wings up, but not too far from something T'Challa might do to, kind of do that Tower of Babel thing. You know what I'm saying? Jed McKay said he didn't want too many white folks on the Avengers. Four out to seven is white folks. What is he talking about? Scarlet Witch, Captain Marvel, Thor, Iron Man. White folks. You better get some more black folks then, or some Asian people, or some Latinos, or something, because I mean, does Vision count as a minority? Are synthezoids a minority? I don't know. I ain't seen no SLM movement. So there you go. MCU T'Challa being, alive would have helped sales too. Definitely. Why are we still getting hero versus hero in 2023? Because, Paul Martin, that is the trademark of superheroes. When has it have two superheroes ever met up and it not been some sort of misunderstanding? All the way back in Avengers #1. The Avengers were formed because of a misunderstanding between superheroes. It's just a thing. I understand. It's a very worn plot device, and it seems to me that it's strange that superheroes don't ask questions, or they ask questions and get hit in the face and then just start swinging. I ain't never seen no superhero really kind of beg and plead to bring the fighting down. And if we talk about hero on hero stuff, well, I'll show y'all later when I do recommended reading. But I've seen finished textless interiors. Art looks solid. It BP1's got some good art, D. It's got some good art. Vision is whitish. Well, he's related to a white guy. He's got the brain patterns of a white guy. So, okay, white. All right. Then that's 5. That's 5 white people and 2 black people. So I guess women check a minority box too, but they white women. How come we ain't got no black women? Moving on. That was his reason for using Sam over Steve. That's a weak ass reason now. We don't need Captain America light. You're gonna give us Captain America, give us damn Captain America. Al Ewing's Mighty Avengers roster was more melanated. Oh, how it was. I was loving it too. I wish we could get that iteration back. That was a great roster. Al Ewing is invited to the barbecue. Blue Marvel should have been on this new Avengers team. I feel like Blue Marvel and Captain Marvel's powers kind of, you know what I'm saying? One's stellar, one's quantum, but they still kind of function the same. You know what I mean? So that would kind of be overkill. Plus, Blue Marvel done beat up the Avengers before. So anyway, Blue Marvel should have, okay. Sam's gonna come back from Wakanda like Bill came down from Pai Mei's temple. snatching out eyeballs. Marvel did hero versus hero more than DC back in the day. I like that about DC. OG White Vision. Well, they didn't do the whitish Vision. That would have been hilarious though. Then take Captain Marvel off the team. Captain Marvel's the current chairman. So take one of them. Take. I feel like Iron Man can go because T'Challa got the scientific end covered. And in some cases, better than Tony Stark. So yeah, let Iron Man kick rocks. But Carol Danvers said that's the first person she picked for her team. I wonder why. Sex. More Civil War. They make reference to that now. Anyway, speaking of sex, let's talk about Tenoch Huerta. Maybe I should have phrased that differently. I don't mean talk about Tenoch Huerta. I mean have a conversation about Tenoch Huerta. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all like this, and I'm gonna help y'all to get on my level. Okay, if you're not already there. No, not the best segue at all, but you recognize it as a segue. So I'm gonna I'm gonna go run with it. Why is it when we hear things about allegations, and I guess the early answer is human nature. Why is it when we hear allegations about these kinds of things, we start judging? Why are we judging in nature? Okay, at some point, I always hear somebody say, innocent till proven guilty. Innocent till proven guilty. Innocent till proven guilty. Okay, it starts to lose its bite if the same people saying innocent till proven guilty are doing exposés about the person they're saying is innocent until proven guilty. Where they do that at? We judge because we can't see why cats threaten their bag. I would deem to go even further, Paul, and put the focus on the word there. Is their bag. They can do what they want to do with their bag. If they want to screw their bag off and give all their money to a court, if they want to give all their money to a white woman, if they want to give all of their money to somebody, well, in this case, a Latina woman, if you want, but I mean, she's a jazz saxophonist. So I don't know how successful jazz saxophonists are in Mexico, but I mean, she's recognized as a jazz saxophonist. She has albums. So it may not all be for the money with her, but you putting yourself out there potentially. And I've already spoken on my video that I did on Tenoch Huerta about this a lot of times, how whenever something happens or there is an allegation of something happening to a woman, we take the side of the woman, which I guess in most cases is what we're supposed to do, because we don't want to err on the other side, because that's not socially acceptable anymore to say to victim blame. It's not socially acceptable anymore. You know, we come up with all of these terms and terminologies and stuff, and it just gets tiring for me. I just, like the fool who played Easy-E and was on the shot. Okay, I get that, Paul, but my thing is this. Okay, let's keep it in terms of Tenoch Huerta. If we want to deviate, Give me a better deviation because he did what they said he did. And yes, he messed up his bag. But we don't know yet with Tenoch Huerta and Jonathan Majors. We simply went, oh, yeah, he probably did that shit. Or, oh, yeah, that sounds like something. I ain't met these cats a day in their life. And how you going to say some stuff like, that sounds like something he would do? You ain't never met the dude. How do you know what he would or wouldn't do? He ain't your homie. If he ain't your ace, if he ain't your day one, you are not qualified to talk about what someone would or wouldn't do. But I understand that for a lot of people on social media, it's about the optics. You want people to see you talking about it. You want people to see your position on it. And hopefully your videos and comments will age well. If I'm not judging, then my comments are going to age just freaking fine. Okay. I don't know who did what. As my mama liked to say, I wasn't there. I don't know who did what. But to look at a man and say, yep, you did it, or to look at a woman and say, you lying, and have absolutely zero freaking context, judgy. Sounds very judgy to me. I'll judge you on what I see. I judge you on what I know is a damn fact. I saw Joe Biden fall down again for like the fourth, fifth time at the Air Force graduation. I know Joe Biden's old ass is clumsy because I've seen it multiple times. So it's not me judging him. They might be, oh, it's not cool to talk about the president of the United States falling down. Then his ass shouldn't fall down. Get you a walker. Oh, but the president walking in a walker would be seen as weak. The president falling down all the damn time ain't seen as weak. They can swallow it and get you a walker. Or some of them little Frank. Hey, FDR was rolling around in a wheelchair like Charles Xavier. But did anybody think FDR was a punk? I don't need to have on the gear and the gun to blow your country off the face of the earth. You know what I'm saying? So as far as Tenoch Huerta is concerned, as far as Jonathan Majors is concerned, if they ain't been convicted, if didn't nobody see them do it, and the one eyewitness for Jonathan Majors said he didn't. Tenoch Huerta has people saying when him and Maria Elena Rios were in, why do I got to say her whole name? Ms. Rios. When him and Ms. Rios was in a relationship, it was great. But then when he broke it off is when she started tripping. I'm not going to speculate. Because if I speculate, it's going to sound judgy. You see what I'm saying? If I speculate, it's going to sound judgy. Don't judge people. Bible even says that. You know what I'm saying? For those of you that believe in the Bible, you know what I'm saying? Judge not less. You be judged by the same measure. The same measure. Would you want all of those lights and cameras in your face asking you if you sexually assaulted somebody? Could you even handle it? I like to play devil's advocate around here because for me, hive mentality is dangerous. Nazi Party, Ku Klux Klan. Hive mentality is dangerous. For hate's sake, we're not doing that. Not in this camp. If you just want to hate a mug because you hate that mug, that's down the block. That's the other page. I don't do that. If I hate you for a reason. I ain't just gonna hate you because somebody said hate you. And I'm not gonna hate you because of the color of your skin or I hate people because of their actions, not because of what they look like. You know what I mean? You hate people because of what they do, not because of who they are. well, people can be assholes, so you can hate an asshole, but you get what I'm getting at, okay? That's where I'm at with Tenoch Huerta, as far as him, and when more news and information comes out and we find out more, and we find out this broad knows people and she done did this or she done did that, or somebody heard Tenoch Huerta this, Tenoch Huerta that, or Tenoch Huerta's people come out, because he already had his lawyers on the job before the news dropped. Now, you could look at that two ways. Just like these thieves earlier said, that could be damage control. It don't, and if it was, it's not a very good job. Or, him attempting to get out ahead of the story. And then again, getting out ahead of the story don't prove your innocence or guilt one way or the other. Just means you out ahead of the story. Trump done been ahead of a few stories. So, what y'all talking about up in here? Some of the people doing the judging go by the Peter Griffin, okay, not okay, melanin scale. Say less, great. Say less, dude. Professor, what's up, man? Joe Biden, 2 broken hips. Get a walker. You can get a rocket-powered walker if you want to. If that make you feel good, get a walker. Ain't your wife a damn doctor? Get a walker. I'm as neutral as Wakanda on this. Ding. Neutral as Switzerland. Yeah, that part. Black G's. What's up, homie? Some of these males celebs need a real life Dora Milaje. Hey, or publicly, two celebrities that I love, absolutely love how they move publicly in terms of women. Denzel Washington, Keanu Reeves. Both of them cats know how to deal with female fans. Man, I seen this video. Somebody was trying to get at Denzel. Denzel was doing Kenpo on her, man. He was moving her around, and she grabbed his tie and he was like, "Wow." I'm like, dang, Denzel nice with his hands. and Keanu, yeah, he did. Didn't he? Great. He was swimming on her, man. I was like, damn, Denzel, look at you, boy. You got some hands. Denzel got some hands for real, though. He was keeping her off of him. She did not. She was like, He was, whoa. He was beating her back, man. I'm like, okay, I see. Keanu, he don't even let him touch him either. He like, I seen a picture of him. They were like, oh, cause Keanu. Keanu went, I'm not touching you, heifers. Y'all ain't finna say nothing. My man said, My man said, and that one was right here, and one right, he ain't touch him. I'm like, that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is how you stay the heck out of trouble. Oh, Keanu Reeves, Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington been married all his life. He been married all his life. I can't even think of a time when Denzel Washington wasn't with Pauletta. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and Keanu, he let you know up front. I got a girlfriend. This is my girl right here. I think, is he still dating that chick that's older than him, or the chick that looked older than him? And I'm like, she looked older than him, but she's not older than him. And I'm like, oh, Keanu, you can have any woman in Hollywood, and you're what did What did Ursa in Superman 2 back in the 80s? What did she say about Superman messing with Lois Lane? She was like, what an undemanding male this Superman is. Keanu is an undemanding male. Theo. Your fault. Ain't your fault, man. Ain't your fault, bro. We here. We here. I just finished. Well, I ain't think I'm finished. I don't know. I think I'm about done talking about Tenoch Huerta. Basically, my take, not judging. Not judging. Won't judge. Can't judge. Don't judge. Okay? They still waiting for Louis Farrakhan to slip up. Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right. That part. But he ain't gonna slip up. Now, y'all, how many people, I think I said it earlier, how many people remember the segment I used to do called Recommended Reading? And recommended reading, I'm bringing back. Recommended reading is going to return starting as of this video, where I recommend a few comics that I think y'all should read. Some of those comics are older comics, like historical. Well, I don't say historical, but classical comics that had like a really prolific event. These will remember as recommended reading, or just something I feel like, hey, I read this and I want y'all to read it. Like Chuck Brown's Black Manta 6-issue limited series that he did with DC. That was a good run, and I, did a little series on it, and I don't know how many people watched it, but that was back when I was a much littler page. I'm still a little page, but I ain't as little as I used to be. That's my tape. I have to tape these. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4 comics that I would like to recommend for your reading pleasure. First one, of course, you already seen it, is this Avengers #1. If y'all want me to, I can keep what I'm saying about these books spoiler free, or I can pull them out and I can show y'all some interior art. Quiet as kept, though. Interior art on this book is all over the place. So I don't really think that. Bump it. I'm just going ahead and show it. All right. Now, this is Jeff McKay's run on Avengers. And Jeff McKay is going with this lineup right here, which honestly, not a very diverse lineup, as we alluded to earlier. But has there ever been 2 black people in the Avengers at the same time? Has there ever been 2 African American Avengers at the same time? Try to think. Do they always put them in there for representation? When Falcon was an Avenger, when the government forced Falcon to be an Avenger, he was the only black Avenger. And then they got rid of T'Challa because T'Challa was there, but then they're like, nope, you can go. I do not think. Let me see. Okay, Captain Marvel's run, Monica Rambeau's run. I don't think there was any other black character there. She was checking off the box. Ooh. Okay. Falcon and Rage. Okay. Falcon and Rage at the same time were on the same roster. I have to go back and look at my Avengers books, but they were. I remember Rage being there. Okay, yeah, that's when Falcon had that ugly ass suit. Yeah, with the actual beak, and yeah, that suit was ugly as hell to me. Okay. Well, anyway, on this run, we kind of get the story of the Avengers being quote unquote assembled from Carol Danvers' point of view. And Carol Danvers is basically, they're doing it in real time and kind of like flashback time to when she invited them to join the squad. So, of course, they are fighting a foe that no single hero can withstand, which is the Avengers stock and trade. No different. Boom. You got Terminus. Definitely an Omega level threat. So they're fighting Terminus in real time. But then whenever somebody says something like, "Oh, Falcon, what did you do?" Then we flash back. Like, for instance, flashback to 7 days ago, where she was talking to Tony Stark. And Tony Stark is the first person she asked to be on her Avengers squad. Paul, are you playing devil's advocate? I am simply saying that is supposedly why they formed their group way back in 1963. If they ain't fighting the foes that no single hero can withstand, then I don't know, sue them for libel. Because that's what's printed there, was printed in their books for decades. But anyway, Tony Stark's asking why me, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. And she tells him why I need you. Then, of course, more action with Terminus. Then we go to Thor Odin's son and why he joins. Because we need muscle. That's why. We need a powerhouse. And Carol Danvers can't be leader and powerhouse. Then we get to the part, T'Challa is on a boat sailing around in the South Pacific. A boat in the South Pacific. That's a nice place to sail. I have sailed in the South Pacific. I am sure if Mr. Ray Smith is still in here in the chat, Mr. Ray Smith has also sailed in the South Pacific. It's a really nice place to sail if you're going to sail someplace. South Pacific is probably the place you want to do it. But again, tie-in with Eve Ewing's Black Panther #1. He's talking about events from, as my people like to say in the chat, from the John Pidley run. And, you know, he's kind of feeling the recriminations and the hurt for it. And for T'Challa, she has him joining the Avengers because she needs, I put it the way she put it. Okay. He's mad because she came and found him. And so he says, "So is this why I wish to be found, that I might be scolded for my sins at any hour of the day?" And that's what he thought Captain Marvel was coming to find him for, to talk about all that shit went on in Pidley's book. And she said, "Nah, you're too smart for that. Not the same way that Tony's smart. You're cannier than any of us, which is why I'm here. You know what you did, and you know it was wrong, and you know what it cost you. You're not king anymore. You're not even the Black Panther, not officially. Do you want to know why you wanted to be found? It was so I could say this: come home, come be an Avenger again. Because even after all that, you never stop being one." Now, there's two ways you could take what Carol Danvers said to him. One, T'Challa, even though you shitted on us, I respect you as a person and I respect you as a tactician and strategist. But that was fucked up what you did. And even though what you did was fucked up, I still want you to come back and work with me. Touching or insulting? And why does it take one of the two women in that crew to break that down? Why didn't somebody else come break that down to him? Why didn't Sam? Well, never mind. They didn't know no better. Let's see what's going on here. Y'all talking about Avengers roster? Yeah, Falcon and Rage under Bob Harris, Falcon, Sunspot, Captain Universe on Hickman's run. Okay, that no single hero thing hasn't. Okay, yeah, we talked about that. When Dr. Voodoo was Sorcerer Supreme, was him and Cage Avengers. T'Challa and Storm were on the main Avengers roster. T'Challa will be the team's Batman. T'Challa will be the team's Daredevil or the team's Iron Fist because he ain't got resources like that no more. But I get what you're saying with the Batman reference. There you go, Gray. He's still the most dangerous man alive. Yes, he is. And in that, we will agree. Bottom line, though, he joins the Avengers and he does something kind of cool. You know, they fighting Terminus's little automatons and he's slashing them up with those Antarctic vibranium claws. And then we talk about Sam Wilson. And Sam Wilson joining the Avengers. And he said and she came and she's like, I need Captain America. I need not that Captain America. I need that Captain America. I need Black Sam Cap to check off the box. And him and Sam even have words from that little tete-a-tete that they had over in Sam's comic. You know, they even kind of talk to people. You see how they talking to each other? They in the middle of a fight throwing shade. Panther, Falcon. The bird saves the cat. This is a surprising moment. Don't make me come up there and whoop your ass again, Sam. There may be a lot of beef between us, but you're still an Avenger. And it's Captain America. I don't know, Paul. I don't know how I feel about, Sam. I think he taking that. I think he takes his job too seriously. You know what I'm saying? You've been around Steve Rogers too long. That's my thing right there, D. That's my thing right there, D. That's my thing right there. But back in the day, Captain America and Iron Man will beef all the time. But why do we have to make the beef between two black men? Because black men beef a lot. Remember on the Boondocks when they was talking about having an end moment? When you have an end moment, that Sam and T'Challa were the superhero version of an end moment. Because that's all it was, if we're being honest. And now they walking around, with their butts on their shoulders because they had a undecided skirmish, but T'Challa got more licks in. I don't know. It's kind of sad, but then again, it ain't. But let me move along. Bottom line, that's the last page. You interested? White Kang. Not Black Kang. But we can get into that conversation at the end of the night. But right now, I'm going to move on. Okay. Y'all know I like Ben Grimm, right? Y'all be hating on Ben Grimm. But guess what? Benji got a comic. And Benji's comic is called, yes, it's called Clobbering Time. You know I could not pass this joint up. Clobbering Time, Ben Grimm, I'm in. I got the first 2 issues. Okay. Basically, the premise of this, I think it's probably going to be temporary. But if Ben is your guy, pick this up. This kind of stuff going on in his clobbering time. Ben Grimm and Bruce Banner chilling together. Ben Grimm and Bruce Banner chilling together. Steve Scroce is the artist on this. I got a few comic books that have been autographed by him. But basically, this cat comes through some kind of portal. Now, check out his armor. Check out his armor. He's got Iron Man, Deathlock, and Doctor Doom armor. So you know that's somebody from the future if you piecemealing they armors together. So they haven't even said who the guy is, but he's obviously somebody from a different timeline. Where's Chill when you need him? Speaking of Chill, I believe that me and Chill are doing a live Saturday about Black Panther #1. So if you don't want that spoiled, but you should watch it anyway because it's always a fun time with Chill. But basically, this book is The Incredible Hulk and Ben Grimm on a planet full of big ass monsters. And so, Paul, they're not fighting each other. Hulk is like, why we gotta strategize? Let's just beat the hell out of them. And Ben Grimm's like, hold on. But then they like, nah, bump it. We just gonna go ahead and fight all these monsters. And so I'm reminded of, like, have you ever seen that scene that they take and they'll have Goku and Vegeta facing like the entire Marvel universe or facing the entire DC universe, and the meme will have a caption with something like half for you and half for me. That's kind of Ben Grimm and Hulk taking on these monsters. Is kind of like that, and it almost gets kind of Mortal Kombat-y. Look at them. They doing brutalities and fatalities on these monsters. I almost kind of felt sorry. Look, Hulk is ripping that monster's spine out. Ben Grimm done shoved his hand down another one's throat or is trying to eat him, depending on how you want to look at that. But what I like about this here book, this joint is chock full of action. And it's got Monsters Lives Matter. I like that, Paul. It's got Johnny texting Ben. I'll just read it to you. Text from Ben to Johnny. Hey, Ben, you know that catchphrase of yours? The other catchphrase? Idol of millions? He says, your account says different. Ben Grimm, I don't know if you can see that. He only got 650,000 followers. And Johnny's like, maybe that should be my catchphrase because Johnny's got 51 million followers. So that's, you missed your cue, Chill. Sorry. But when they get back, they asking him, do they want to eat? Hulk said he could eat. Ben said he needs some Advil. But overall, this here is a good read. And the second one is even better because next month, he's teamed up with bruh. Good read. Another good read. He told me, number one, Image Comics. Now, I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. Is she a samurai? Is she? No, not yet. But she wants to learn to become a samurai, or at least a Ronin. Guess who she learns to become a samurai, or is going to learn to become a samurai from? Yasuke. That Yasuke? Yes, that Yasuke. Ben's got to play some poker in that run. Yeah. That'll probably be issue 3. He'll probably have a poker game. The art is kind of Momoko peachy, but it's okay. There's Yasuke right there. Who's the artist? The artist, Isabella Mazzanti is the artist. You familiar with Isabella Mazzanti? But anywho, bottom line, Yasuke has been dishonored in some way, shape, or form. And so right now, he's not a samurai. He want to be a sumo wrestler. And he's arguing with the sumo wrestler that his reach is greater than the sumo wrestler's girth. But as you can see, Yasuke getting trounced out the ring. But bottom line, okay, there you go. So that's my point. I think I'm more interested in the story, and I want to find out more about what's going on with Yasuke in this book, and if Yasuke is going to play a bigger role beyond training, he told me. And bottom line, not a lot of action. There is some action in it, but not a whole lot of action. There is a scene where she meets up with this little boy, and the dude tells her breath stink, and she kisses him. He said to her, "Your breath smells like a dragon's ass." You have seen a dragon, much less smelt its ass. It was her response to him. And he's like, and she kisses him. So decent writing, as you can see. Created and written by H.S. Tenoch. I have no idea who that is, but I want to see how this book develops simply because Yasuke's in it. And I want and Yasuke better flex, or this ain't gonna be recommended reading no more. Now, that's 3 books. Okay, my final book, and my personal fave. The Milestone Initiative. I've been telling y'all about my folks over at Milestone. These are all of the artists who have stories in this compilation. As you can see, there's my homie Greg. He's putting on for us. So it's got a lot of cool ass stories in it. A lot of cool stories. There's hardware stories, there's static stories, there's Blood Syndicate stories, Icon stories by itself. There's a team up story in here with Static and Rocket. There's a couple other characters. I think like some new Milestone characters, some people from the Blood Syndicate. I think Brother Wise has a story in here. So it's a lot of cool ass stories in this book. And you know what? It was only. I don't know if you can see that price. Can you see that price? Can you see that price? Can you see that price? Well, chill. My boy Greg gonna make it. We gonna make it. We gonna make it. We gonna make it. I like that new. I like that new Jada song. The one that's the theme to season 3 of Godfather of Harlem. Hustle, repeat. I get money. Hustle, repeat. I get money. Hustle, repeat. It's dope. $3.99, Gray. $3.99 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 different stories in this book for $3.99. What a bargain. And a lot of them are decent stories. Some of them are kind of meh. You know what I'm saying? I particularly like the ones between where Rocket and Static team up. And you get to see both of them like really flex and show their powers. There's a hardware story in here. Really good story. There's like an icon, a back in the day icon, like slave times icon story. Then there's another icon story where he's like in Vietnam and some stuff like that. And you see all them artists, right? You see all them artists, 90% diverse, melanated, like a mug. You know what I'm saying? So pump this, man. Buy it. Buy this shit. Buy it, yo. Buy it. Okay. There are female writers, female artists. So Keita, yes, awesome like a mug. Buy it. It's Milestone. Exactly. It's Milestone. If nothing else, you should buy it. Because it's Milestone. Because it's motherfucking stone. For us, by us. Okay? Shoot. Y'all better hook it up. That, ladies and gentlemen, is my recommended reading for this week. You could take the recommendation, or you can. These Diesel, I know. See, these Diesel telling you that's a bargain. Books that size back in, yes. And this ain't even thick as that Milestone one. And I think they was charging the same price, and it's just one story. So, yeah, you winning. You winning. If you pick it up, you winning. My last topic before Q&A is Juneteenth, y'all. My last topic before Q&A is Juneteenth, y'all. My last topic before Q&A is Juneteenth. Now, I am prominently involved in the Juneteenth celebration out there in Anchorage. There is a talent showcase where you have like some local singers and some local rappers and some local artists, and I kind of introduce them and crack the jokes and tell the stories and be the cool OG host. And I'll be doing that Saturday for Juneteenth. But chill. There's two ways I could go. There's two ways I could go with that comment. Do they paint the snow brown? First, I don't know how fucking long it snows in Canada, but right now we in the middle of a crappy summer. So no is the answer to your poorly thought out question. The snow actually stops in Alaska for a little while. I didn't know if you knew that, but you right you right next door. You should know that. Well, you ain't right next door, but you should know that. uh, but anywho, like I was saying, Juneteenth celebration. They kicking off stuff tomorrow, but I might show up, as a spectator, but I ain't gonna really be involved on Friday, Saturday. I do my time and kind of just pump it up to the community and do what I'm doing with you right now. Maybe not this year, but next year, get involved in the Juneteenth celebration in your community. You don't have to do nothing major. You don't have to be front and center like me introducing folks. I mean, you could do something like set up a booth, sell your wares. For those of us who are artists, for those of us who draw, for those of us who write and draw, but make your comics and sell them at Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? Get your custom action figures. Ooh, I might have to do that next year. I might sell some custom action figures next year. But whatever you got, man, take that out there and put us on. And put on for the hood, put on for the people, put on for the city, put on for whatever you need to put on for. But too many people sacrificed too much for us to not treat that holiday with the reverence and respect it deserves to be treated with. And I guess that's all I'm really just saying, because a lot of times, because I know the last 2 years, I think I did a video on Juneteenth, and I think I did one live prior to Juneteenth. I think it was last year or the year before, but it had to be last year because we was COVID like a mud, so there wasn't no Juneteenth. But last year when we had Juneteenth, I think I had asked about it, and everybody was like, "Yeah, Juneteenth. I sit around and I eat barbecue. Juneteenth. I take the day off." But I mean, is there something you should feel obligated to do for Juneteenth? You should feel as obligated to do something for Juneteenth as you do on Christmas, Thanksgiving, 4th of July, New Year's Eve, and New Year's. I feel like it's that important of a holiday, because we got the translucent people out here putting out posters and information for their Juneteenth celebration and ain't got no black people on their posters. Could anybody else get away with that? You know what I'm saying? Could you talk about Thanksgiving without talking about pilgrims? Yeah, you could. Could you talk about Thanksgiving without talking about indigenous people? Yeah, you could. But it's what the holiday is about. Juneteenth is also known as Freedom Day. Not just freedom for the freedom that it granted in 1863 and 1865. You know what I'm saying? It's also for the freedom to say it's okay to celebrate. And it's not okay to celebrate it. I see nope in the chat. Nope, what? Give me some context. Because you must have put it up right after I said what I said. But you ain't got, and a lot of people think that means spending money. I don't spend money for Juneteenth. I don't spend money to do anything for Juneteenth. I mean, maybe outside of if I wanted to get a booth, maybe, to ply my wares and things like that. But I mean, you're supposed to pay for that, right? Other than that, it don't really cost you no whole bunch of money. It really does not. And if you don't feel inspired or encouraged to do anything for Juneteenth, that's cool. I'm not judging. I'm just saying it can always be better. Your Juneteenth can always be better. Just like your Christmas can always be better and your Thanksgiving can always be better. Some Christmases are better than other Christmases. Same thing with Juneteenth. Some Juneteenths are better than other Juneteenths. You know, brown snow has other gross connotations. Yeah, it does, but I didn't go there. I already kind of. Okay. Love Juneteenth like you love all the other holidays. All I'm saying. Whatever that means, whatever form that takes, but don't not observe it. That's all I'm saying. I mean, if what you do, if you just barbecue every year and you know what I'm saying, and whatever, I mean, it's fine, but just acknowledge it. That's all I'm saying. Just acknowledge it. You ain't got to do nothing, no fanfare, no fancy. You ain't got to read your kids the I have a dream speech or no stuff like that or the Emancipation Proclamation. You have to do, I mean, you could if you wanted to, but you don't have to do all that. I mean, just what I do is I try to give, at least for the children, for my children, I try to give them the knowledge of what the day is about and why we celebrate it. Other than that, you know, because for me, man, my life is more about legacy and leaving something, and you know what I'm saying, because you know, something for the babies, you know, something for them to do, something for them to have, you know, to exist and be in. Anyway, we were saying we don't see any disrespect towards people in their own holidays. Okay, got it. Got it. My thing is with Christmas and Thanksgiving and New Year's to a lesser degree, the country shuts down. For the most part, the country shuts down. You know what I mean? Everything's closed, either on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day or Thanksgiving, you know, and you know that stuff open. Yeah. I feel like for me, that's the kind of holiday Juneteenth is, but it just became a holiday in 2021. So we need to wait and see how it catches on. You know, no expectations right now. That's what I'm just saying. Do you? I can give it that. Okay. Okay. That's the topics. You got Q&A for me. You got questions. You got comments. I got discussion and edutainment. Hopefully. Only gas stations and Chinese restaurants are open during big holidays. Is that real? Like on A Christmas Story, they went. On A Christmas Story, at the end, they went to the Chinese restaurant for Christmas dinner because they burnt it up. Okay, that's a real thing. All right. I thought that was just back in the 1940s or whatever that was, but damn. Okay. I can order Chinese on any big holiday. Wow. You know what? You know what? That's what I'm doing for what's the next big holiday? Labor Day. Oh no, fuck that. I'm barbecuing. Thanksgiving. Chinese for Thanksgiving? I could probably do that. I could probably that would be. Oh, and I got a nice spot right down the street from me, man. It's called Tempura Express. They make the egg rolls with chicken in them. They got chicken egg rolls and meat buns. Them, oh my goodness. Those, see, I might give me some of them meat buns tonight. Woo, boy. Oh, them steamed pork buns and they got this little sauce, little dipping sauce. You can just shuckle the sauce around in there. George Lucas or Stan Lee? For what? Contributions to society, best storyteller, best universe. Just pick. I believe I have. Indeed, enough said. Are you going to see Batman, Supergirl movie this weekend for review purposes? I have been invited. You know, for somebody who's not a professional movie critic, I get invited to see a lot of damn movies for free. So, yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go. For reviewing purposes, I saw a clip of the Flash premiere, and Ezra Miller was there, and they didn't let him talk. They didn't let folks ask Ezra Miller questions. Gee, I wonder why. I don't hate Ezra Miller personally, but Ezra Miller be tripping. And for the fact that they like, we got too much money invested in this fool for us to kick it to the curb right now is sad to observe. Sad to observe. Yeah, as I should. Appreciate that. Yeah, if folks is just like, hey, D, you want to have I'd have had all kinds of folks from the improv troupe. I'd have had, you know, my friends. I'd have had people who know I like, you know, superhero stuff. Hey, we're paying for your ticket if you come with us and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Who needs to be a movie critic? I don't need to be a movie critic. I get to see free shit all the time. And that's not even counting if I want to see it by my own means. I saw one Ezra interview on the red carpet. It was obvious. That one where he had the long hair, his hair was down long, and he had all makeup all over his face. Yes, I saw that. That's the one I'm talking about. And I'm just like, they didn't have no questions for nobody. And get out of here with y'all. And why is it so hard? Why is it so hard to believe the people on Wakanda Forever didn't do the same thing? Yeah. It's real easy to believe that some shit stays when it's some stuff you ain't got no interest in. Yeah. So now do y'all see what I'm talking about when I say actors get paid to act, and that ain't always on a damn screen or in front of a camera. They be acting their ass off in them interviews. I'm telling you, man, I saw Dallas Bryce Howard cry on cue. I think it was Jimmy Kimmel or Seth Meyers. She cried on cue. He was like, "Oh, I heard you could cry on cue," and she was like, "Yeah, absolutely, I'm sure." And tears are just rolling down her face, and she's snotting up, and I'm like, "Bruh, that's what an MBA in acting is, right there. That's an MBA in acting. You could cry on motherfucking cue." So what make you think Dallas Bryce Howard is the only one who can do that? When Winston Duke was crying his little crocodile tears and all of that old. Let me stop. See, y'all got me going on about old stuff. Why are you bringing up old stuff, D? Yep, facts. How many physical comics do you own, D? Okay. I got them ones over there. I got them ones in that one. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 long boxes under the steps. I got somewhere in the neighborhood, I would say maybe like 10, 12,000. Somewhere like 10, 12,000 range. Some because I've also sold a lot of comics. I had a shop on eBay, man, and for years I would just sell that. Negus 85. Okay. I was, yeah, I had a yeah. Mm, yeah. And I still have quite a few. So, and I'm still buying. So a lot. Put it like this. If you wanted to sit in my house and read comic books for 24 hours straight and not read the same comic book twice, you could do it. That many. The Black Panther Wakanda Forever Purple Carpet event was as aggravating as the film. Bam. Daniel Kaluuya can cry on cue. Bruh, actors get paid to act. Crying on cue is a condition of white womanhood. But Jay, Daniel Kaluuya ain't white. And he can cry on cue. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't think I get what you're saying though. I get what you're saying though, and I'm in that same range, that same neighborhood. I feel you. But yeah, don't because an actor come on and start crying. Didn't you see him crying? I saw that fool crying on Get Out too. Were you feeling sorry for him then? Yeah, all of my books, D, ain't in long boxes. I got some that are in like those big giant plastic tubs that like clack clack on each side, and then I've got dividers in there, and I've got about there's what there's 1, 2, 3 here, and then I got about 5 out in my storage. I got about 10 in my storage, but 5 of them are comics and the other ones are action figures. So yeah, I got a crap ton of action figures too. Not as many action figures as I have comics, but if I took all of these action figures out of packages and all of that and did a picture and just I don't think I probably have to do it outside because there's nowhere I could stage in my house and put all of them action figures together in some scene or diorama or something like that. I had a shit ton. Gotcha. I got magazine size long boxes so I can put trays in there too. Same. Same. Daniel K cried on the blue carpet. Damn, I hope he quit the franchise. I mean, D-Real. How many? You saw you didn't hear? Yeah, you better had heard what I said. I said it like uh, uh, that's the number I put on it. It could be more. It could be more. Honestly, it could be more. I got entire runs of comics, man. So yeah, a lot, a whole lot. Oh, hey, sure didn't see you slide in. Yeah, he wasn't in the movie, so I hope he quit the franchise too. Any more preguntas, por favor? No more questions? No more questions? Well, this one here, I'm thinking about bagging and boarding it because I agree. Because every time I look at it, I'm like, ew, and it's the only one that's not bagged and boarded. So, yeah, I need to hurry up and bag and board that joker. Hey, I still have this cup. I think I got it. Oh, at the movies at Cinemark Theater. Got the. I don't know if y'all could see that detail on that. I like that cup. That's a really cool cup. You know what I mean? Yeah, my local movie theater was putting that out. So more than action figures themselves, I have like a lot of Black Panther stuff, just period, like cups and things like this. Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you. Because you know, and like I said, I think this is going to be an evolving thing with me. Some of these I might keep, I might pull them down, I might put something else up. That one's in case. So yeah, graded. I have a graded Eternals #1 from the Jack Kirby run. I think I got it for like 100, but it's worth way more than that. Worth way more than that, I think. This one. Back when Eternals was a cool thing. Yep, Eternals #1. So yeah. I collect, y'all. I collect. You make us no mistake. Make no mistake. Your boy collects comics. I collect comics. I don't just buy them and show them off and shit. I collect comics. I don't collect every comic there is out there because to me, that's not collecting comics. Collecting entire runs, collecting comics exclusively of a particular character. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's all kinds of ways to collect, but bruh, make no mistake, your boy ain't out here play pimping. You know what I mean? I'm I'm about that live. I'm about that live. 10 toes down. 10 toes down. Make it happen. Get it cracking. Anything else? Nobody? Nothing? Okay. We at the hour and a half mark. I thank y'all. Go ahead and like. The completest game is insane. And see, that's the thing, Jay. It ain't never gonna be complete. Ain't never gonna be complete. You know what I'm saying? Because in order for my 1963 Avengers run to be perfect, I need Avengers #5. That's the Lava Men. I need Avengers #7. That's the Executioner and the Enchantress. And I need #9, Wonder Man. I saw a #9, an Avengers #9 down at my LCS, but it is in the. I don't like the condition. Let's just say that. And they think they trying to let it go for a player's price, but I'm like, y'all need to stop. Y'all selling that raggedy ass comic for that much money. Y'all need to quit. I mean, got it in a case and it's tore up, and they still trying to sell it for. I ain't gonna tell you how much they try and sell it for. But if you try and sell me a tore up comic and you trying to get more than 1,000 for it, I'm gonna punch you in your stomach. I'm gonna liver punch your ass. Too bad Kirby never finished his vision of Eternals since they rushed the comic to coincide with the. I am confused like a mug with what you're saying, Assure. Too bad Kirby never finished his vision of Eternals since the rushed comic to coincide with the movie wasn't great. Context. Are you talking about a comic? The new Eternals. I might care about the new Eternal comic. Anyway, hey, Grand Madam. Oh, better late than never, ma'am. You need bread. Bruh, trust me. This house that I'm sitting in right now. Ask me how I paid my closing costs. You ready? Giant size X-Men #1. Giant size X-Men #1. I don't mind telling you my closing cost was $4,000. I ain't out here play pimping, y'all. Dead ass. These things move. They move. People buy them. There are folks out there that will pay ridiculous. It's people who got comic book collections named after them. Did you know that? There are collectors who have comic book collections named for them. This ain't no nerd BS, man. It's if you know how to work it, if you ever been out on the streets and you done sold something on the streets, you done moved something on the streets, it's like that. Once you get plugged into a network, bruh, yeah, holla at your boy. If you got some stuff that's worth something, holla at me. I'll move it for you. Real talk. Okay, it gets done. It really, really do. I have about 2,000 comics, 10K action figure. Yeah, I kind of figured you'd be more on the action figure tip than you would be on the comic tip. That makes total sense. I had one comic get water damage years back. I got first appearance of Rogue, first appearance of Gambit, first appearance of Bishop. Got them all. And people say that I'm crazy, that I'm not an Incredible Hulk 181 person. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like that's the book that can I move a New 52 Detective Comics #1? Well, here's the thing. Depends on who grades it. Because what you got to do, if you really want to move a book, get it graded first. They move easier. I'm not saying you can't move a book without it being graded, because there are tons of pages on social media like Facebook. There are tons of pages where people have live auctions. You can get the book graded, send it to them, they'll auction it for you, they'll take a fee. Pristine auctions, you can send your stuff to them, and it'd be like in real freaking, it ain't like just people in there bidding for comic books. They in there bidding for other stuff too. They in there bidding for Joe Montana's helmet. They in there bidding for autograph picture of Jim Zorn, crazy stuff like that. But they move it. You know what I'm saying? So Detective Comics #1, New 52. I'd have to find out what that's worth first. I mean, on average, like a near mint copy, a fair copy. You know what I'm saying? I'd have to find out what it's worth first, and is it really worth it? I don't think you're gonna pay a mortgage with New 52 Detective Comics, but yeah, unless you're dealing with homies, you gotta grade them. Yeah, facts. I mean, if I came to you and I said, I want $50 for this book. If you don't know nothing about comics, if you don't know nothing about, the value of comics and mint, near mint, and all that stuff, and and that events and appearances and things like that drive the value up. So, or deaths, or that kind of thing, or a big ass life-changing event. Like, you could move the entire maxi series, Crisis on Infinite Earths back in '85, and the original Marvel superheroes Secret Wars. In that series, is I think it's Marvel Superhero Secret Wars number 8 is the first appearance of the Venom symbiote. So those, well, see, signed copies, that's a whole nother bag. Signed, it depends. Okay, because a signed Youngblood #1 by Rob Liefeld is not going to get you the same amount of money it would have got you back in 94. Because literally nobody is effing with them. More comments, more discussion, more questions for me, for moi. Soy de real. What's happening? No? Well, look here, y'all. It is the hour and 40 mark. And if ain't nobody else, The Rock or Stone Cold? Rattlesnake. I'm down with the rattlesnake all day, chill. Period. Mint, never opened. I bought 2 copies on purpose. I got some Darwin. Oh, okay. Hit me up on my Twitter DM. And if you got a picture, show me a picture of it or a couple of pictures of it, and I tell you if I can move it or not. Signed, need that authentication. Yeah. I have a box just for the certificate of authentication for that. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. Mr. Smith ain't in here. I don't know. I think he might have left, but I actually sent Mr. Smith a copy of Power Girl #1, and it was in a plaque. So the one by I don't know, the one where she's running, taking off her Hughes, the Hughes run. Yeah, that one. So okay, y'all, look here. I'm good. I'm golden. I'm good and golden. If y'all are, I thank you, appreciate it. Thank y'all for coming in. Y'all keep rocking with me. I may do a video or 2 tomorrow, but I think Juneteenth's going to be taking up a lot of my time. But look here, y'all. Appreciate y'all rocking with me. Appreciate y'all being in the building. Appreciate y'all participating. I will, as always, be coming at y'all with another one of the other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other.